Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Boom Rookies with Grub. Coming at you live from the Grub Hub, presented by ESPN. My name's Matt Bungard. With me today, Josh Reynolds. Hello.
Hello, brother. What's doing?
Not much, mate. How are you?
It's a very, very weird hat for me to be seeing you wear.
Yes. So, this hat came all the way from Los Angeles from my good friend Josh, who is the CEO of the Los Angeles Roosters, who are playing in the first USARL National Championship final this weekend against the Tampa Bay Mayhem.
Oh, the Mayhem.
No love lost there.
They're unreal.
No love lost there. So they've actually started rolling out a bit of merch, which if you're a Sydney-based Roosters fan or just someone a big fan of LA sports, you can get one of these now on their shop. But they're playing in our time zone is at 9 a.m. this Sunday, August 30th. You can watch it on YouTube, I believe. It's streaming on Instagram as well. They're the LA Roosters. But, you know, Josh has done a lot for this show and for me personally. So he was like, mate, can you wear this hat and give the big game a plug before the weekend? And I said, I would never in my life wear a Sydney Roosters piece of merchandise.
I was just about to say that.
But an LA Roosters hat from my good friend, I can do that. So, yeah.
I still would do it if I was a South fan. But, hey, man, doesn't surprise me, Matthew.
You wore a South jersey on this show.
Well, that's a bet. Bet's a bet.
Too much. That's true.
Bet's a bet.
Yeah, and a favour's a favour.
Nah, you're not the same.
You know?
Nah, but you must like him. So,
he's a great guy.
Appreciate all his
Anyway,
help.
so the LA Roosters versus the Tampa Bay Mayhem. Big game.
It's going to be.
Big game.
It's going to be, mate.
All right. So we and it's nice that we started with an international flair because World Cup's coming up.
Yeah.
And we are very, very excited about it.
Pumped.
So you want to go through and do maybe 3 teams a week leading into before we get to the World Cup in just over a month's time. And talk about maybe a key player or a key position battle for each team and sort of what each team's going to be looking like heading into October. So this week we're going to do the Kangaroos, the Kiwis, and the Mighty Cedars.
The Mighty
as well.
Cedars.
So let's start with the Kangaroos.
Yep.
What sort of area of the field have you got your eye on?
Well, I didn't want to go. So when I mentioned this to you, I was like, I didn't want to go. You know what everyone's going to think. Like Nathan Cleary, of course he has to play well for us to win, right? I wanted to go a little bit left field, so I've gone Latrell Mitchell. I think, you know, depending on hopefully he gets named tomorrow, playing for South.
All signs, like, you know, as I've said for 8 weeks or so, I'll believe Latrell Mitchell's playing for Souths again when I see him run on the field in Jersey.
This is the game.
This is the game they've said for a few weeks that they've been targeting.
So if he gets some footy under his belt, Souths, you know, go deep-ish and he plays some footy, I would definitely think he would be there. And the reason I say Latrell is massive to the Australian team, it's just because away from the game plan, away from the structure, away from even individual brilliance, Latrell Mitchell in the centres, one-on-one, can sort of change a game. Not many centres can do this. I feel, you know, even some of the best centres in the game, they're the best defensive centre or they're the best, you know, they stick to systems or whatnot. But Latrell Mitchell, it's sort of like what he done against the Knights. Like
the one they lost, but he was amazing.
He was amazing. Played great that time. But like not many, and the Dragons, he's also like not many people can do that.
No.
And if Latrell can do that in the World Cup, where every one-on-one battle he gets with whoever it's against, you're going to get one or two, a try assist, 2, like possibly just off him. Our forwards are going to be good. Obviously, we know Nathan. Nathan will be 7. Not sure about the 6 and even the 1 because with Reece Walsh. But all I know is if Latrell's in that mood, that bullying mood, that mood where he just wants to make it a personal battle, you know, for this Australian jersey, I think we'll win.
And especially when you consider probably the number one sort of strike weapon aside from Latrell that could play in the centres is Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow, and of course he's declared for Samoa. So
yeah.
So
Matty, I've got a couple of names. Correct me if I miss any. Bradman Best will be in the mix.
Of course.
Tommy Turbo.
Yep.
Now, if he gets
now
some games under his belt. Stags and, mate, Tallis Duncan. He's got to be in the mix, doesn't he?
Well, I think the thing that would appeal to them about Tallis Duncan is that he can play back row as well. He's so versatile. Could even play middle if he has to. A guy who is an out-and-out back row who had to play centre, but kind of like Simi Sasangi this year. Both of them have really just made a fist of playing centre instead. So
when you say that, Matty, to make a case for him, Tallis Duncan Nelly has to be in the side because he's young. You always want to blood a couple of young guys that you think will represent the jersey at some stage, but he can play multiple positions. he can come off the bench if need be for either. He can cover the backs, cover the forwards. So you would think he's going to be in the squad. But yeah, for me, mate, it's Trell. Who you got?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Cam Murray because the forward pack is going to look a little bit different this year. Payne Haas is no longer in the setup, and he's getting surgery anyway, so he's not playing in the World Cup. Like, there's big question marks over Isaiah Yeo. And Jackson Ford, I think, really would have given them a boost, but he, of course, won't be playing either. So they've still got a bunch of other great players in the mix, no question about it. But Murray for me has to really step up and be that forward leader now.
Yeah, good call. Good call.
Like he is the guy. Like this has been a thing for South all year. You notice the 10-15 minutes where he's not on the field, usually because the other team scores tries like in bunches. Happened against the Dogs on Good Friday. Happened 2 weeks ago against the Eels, and there was a few other games where it happened as well. You really notice when he's not out there for that team. Just his ball playing, his line speed, his carries, everything about him. He's playing great footy this year, and really no one's really talking about him this year. Everyone kind of just he's kind of in that tier of player where everyone just accepts his baseline as being a really good game every single week. So he's not getting a whole lot of plaudits, but he's a guy that's going to be really important to how this Kangaroos forward pack sets up.
I agree with you, mate, for a couple of reasons. Yowie might not be there. So there's goes one of your big leaders. And Cam Murray, from all reports, is a great talker, communicator. So mostly for our defence in the middle.
Yeah.
We know what he's going to do in attack. He's going to get us quick play the balls. He's going to distribute to our halves when need be. But defensively, I think his communication in the middle would be elite. So yeah, he's going to be massive for us. So just on a side note, who Tino hasn't. We don't know where he's going yet, do we?
I believe he's playing for Australia, because just looking at like sort of the sort of Kangaroos perspective sides and stuff. Like I believe he's declared for Australia. I'm not sure.
I don't know if he has, because I don't because I spoke to Kevy Walters not too long ago, and I think he said he's confident, but he's not 100% sure. So, well, look, let's just say he doesn't play for Australia.
Yeah,
that's that. Without him, without Haas, like it's a totally new front row, isn't it? Like
yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Well, you might end up with like Carrigan at prop or something like that.
You play Carrigan, and who else is like Lindsay Smith? I think he was a part of the last Australian squad. So,
well, Mitch Barnett.
Oh, easy. Yeah. Mitch Barnett will be in there. Yeah, but just going to be very interesting, isn't it, to see, which way he goes. But look, either way, we know the Aussies are going to have a strong squad. But yeah, good one. Cam Murray's a good one.
All right, for New Zealand, I'm kind of intrigued by who's going to partner Jerome Hughes in the halves. And I think the big two names are Tamari Martin and Cody Nikorima.
Yeah,
both fine choices, both playing like great footy for their club teams this year. Both club teams going great and have a real chance of doing some big things in the finals. Which way would you lean there? Because again, there's such different players. I think like Martin sort of gives them a bit more in the sort of the kicking, bit better defensively, plays better in structure. But Nikorima, like second phase especially, and his off the cuff ability to produce points and line breaks out of nothing is like not really something that you can teach. And it's a player like that can really unlock a big game. And New Zealand's going to have a lot of big games in this World Cup.
I will say, you're going to have obviously Hughes at 7, who can open up space for people, and also Ponga at 1. You'd think
a lot of headgears.
But look, this is a crazy one too. Like Keanu Kinney, where's he gonna? You got to fit him in somewhere, but might have to play 14 off the bench. So, are we missing someone? Chanel Harris Tavita, how good's he been this year? Just in a sense of that Warriors side, Matty, you've seen firsthand on the weekend. I'm not being...
No, they don't make mistakes. They're just the machine.
Well, it's a well-oiled machine because they've lost 3 starting halfbacks.
Doesn't matter.
No team in the NRL could lose 3 starting halfbacks and play how they're playing. But Harris Tavita's been the guy that's been there the whole time. So he's got to be doing something right. I love him. He's tough. He probably suits the style of a test match more, just that toughness. But if you want to go back to the other two, Matty, Tamari Martin and Nikorima, I'm going to go Nikorima. Just because, like you said, he just opens up space for everyone, understands that the most out of any 5'8", I think. You're right, he's a little bit smaller. Defensively, that could be a slight problem, but what he does week in, week out for the Dolphins, there's a play. It was nearly going to be my play of the week. it wasn't a big movement what he done, but it was he threw a cutout ball to the left winger, so it would have been Cobbo. Got the ball in space, went bang, bang, 1-2, stopped the defence, but then threw the ball. Not many people can do that. He's just got that natural ability, and I think he deserves it, mate. I think he's been consistent. He even done his, when Katoa was out, he was standing up as well. So, mate, tight tussle.
Really tight tussle.
But I'd probably just lean towards Nicarima.
And Lebanon.
Yes.
Our beloved Cedars. A couple of Bankstown boys sitting here. The hard situation is very interesting because from everything I think Mitch Moses is going to play for them. And that's the key, I think.
Seems it, yeah.
It does seem that way.
I had a word to Mitch. I was having a bit of a laugh after Origin when we won the Shield. Remember that?
That's great.
So good.
Pretty great.
Shout out to the boys.
Yeah. Good job, boys.
Just at the airport after having a laugh with him and Josh Mansour, and Mansour was like, "You got to play for Lebanon. You got to play for Lebanon." And look, Mitch obviously is very proud of his Lebanese heritage, but I think probably if he got the opportunity to play for the Kangaroos, he would pick that. You'd think not, and you had a good point. We spoke about it before the show. Would Mitch want to be in the squad for the Kangaroos or start for Lebanon?
Yeah, that's where it becomes really interesting to me.
What would you do?
Well, he's a competitor. What would I personally do?
Yeah.
I think I'd rather play for like who am I eligible for? England and Ireland. Well, I wouldn't want to play for England, but like would I rather start for Ireland or sit on the bench for Australia? I think I'd rather start. But like that's easy to say when I'm just some guy sitting on a couch,
Yeah. It's got to mean something to you too.
It does, for sure. Absolutely. But he's played for them before. It clearly means something.
Oh, he does love it, yeah.
So that's a really interesting situation because if it's him and Dewey in the halves together, that's very, very solid.
So you're right. Mitch is going to be the key, isn't he? Like if Lebanon get any chance, if he plays, they are a chance. Yeah. They're a good side, and leads into my guy, who's in the forwards, is Alex Twal.
Yep.
I think Twali at the moment, and obviously played with Twali at the Tigers when he was pretty young, pretty fresh, coming into first grade, and I knew how good he was going to be, but he probably doesn't have the same. Like right now, he's a leader in the Tigers team. He holds their defense together. He does all the little scrappy stuff that no one sees. And you're probably going to get for the Lebanon side a couple of guys that aren't constant first graders. They're going to have doubt. They're going to have, are we meant to be here? Someone like Twali is going to be like, look, boys, I don't care how many games you've played, what you've done. You put this jersey on, and it means we have a crack together. And I just think Twali, his evolution of him as a person, I see it now in the field, and I just think he's going to be a big part of that team. I think if no Mitch, like Twali's probably nearly your captain. Yeah, isn't he? Like,
so.
Like you got Karaz, you got Sam Rani, I'm just trying to think of the squad. You got lots of youth, and I think Twali could possibly be that guy. So yeah, I think they'll have a really good team, but. As you said, Matty, a lot of it's going to rely on Mitch.
It is, but yes, it's we're what 6 weeks away from that starting. Going to be a bit more than that, like 7 weeks, 8 weeks, something like that. But yeah, very, very exciting. Can't wait. Love that most of it's in Sydney and Wollongong, so I can go
You'll be going?
Yeah. One game's in my backyard now. Now the big move down the coast, England, Papua New Guinea at Wynn Stadium. Can't wait.
Have you down there yet? No.
No. We move on the day that the NFL's in Melbourne.
So I can't say you've changed yet.
No, not yet. Okay. You can't say this coastal living has changed you and made you less tightly wound.
Yeah.
But hopefully that happens. We'll see.
Love it, mate. Love it.
And now it's time for our El Jana Future Superstars. Josh, we went to a place very close to your heart.
Yes, we went to Clempton Park, my old stomping ground. Walked in there, still walked in the dressing room, smelled of hard work. But it's definitely changed a bit since I've been there last, Matty, but brought back some really nice memories. And I may have told a couple of porkies to the kids that a few of they were my trophies that definitely weren't.
Yeah.
But it was nice to go back there. And it was a pretty good try too.
Yeah, so let's take a look at the try first before we go into what we talk to the kids about.
Yeah, so we were known to be the entertainers.
That's what
of
they.
the Canterbury comp.
That word spread wide.
In that try, it was offload for offload for offload for try. Nothing much has changed at that club, and some interesting takes though. We must say
Yeah.
they're not big Penrith fans.
They were not fans of Penrith at all. Yeah, let's see what they had to say.
Grub, we're at a very special place this week.
Yeah, Clinton Park, where dreams happened for me, where it all started, and I can't.
Who have we got here?
Here we go.
Me,
Introduce yourself.
Isaiah.
Oh, big Isaiah.
The captain of the under, nines? Tens?
Sins.
There you go.
Sounds well led side. Apparently.
Absolutely, I've heard that. But we're in front of this mural that you spent so much time in front of. Don't know when it was painted.
I painted it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People don't know that about you. You're quite talented with arts and crafts. So.
No, good. Brings back some cool memories. I haven't been here in a very long time. I told all the kids a couple of porkies.
Yeah.
That all those trophies in there are mine.
A lot of them are.
But keen to see what they got.
All right, let's see what they got to say.
So how is the club going? I haven't been here for a very, very long time. It's very different now. It still smells like hard work. These hard workers, yeah? Yeah?
You're the hard worker?
Oh.
He's the best at tackling?
Yeah.
Can you tackle Josh?
No. We done this last week. I have to go doctors. I've done my back. A really nice mullet. Can you give us a flutter?
Yeah, there we go.
I used to cut my mullet and then I'll cut it off and then I'll grow it.
You going to go back?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Let's when the Dutchman's retire, which game did he verse? Which
Yeah,
team
good.
did he verse?
There you go. There's your question.
Good question.
Huh?
Which team did he verse in 2023?
Yeah.
Can you say it one more time?
Which team did he verse? Which last game?
In his last game in the NRL, who did he play against?
Oh, no.
But I can't even hear you.
What?
Good stalling. Very good
I
stalling.
know.
What do you got?
Broncos. It's Broncos.
Broncos?
Hey, you've also got another little story for us. What did you tell me before? Is it your uncle? What is it?
My cousin cuts Cameron Serrato's hair.
Oh, your cousin cuts. So it's Cam Serrato. Let's lay it out. What does he do? He walks in and what does he say? I want a...
Yeah.
what a fade.
Yeah, Bulldogs home game.
What does he say? I want a Reynolds haircut. What does he say?
I don't know.
You win a premiership.
Yes, look, if you just pan back here, guys, 12 of these are mine. 12!
When you're not playing footy, what do you like doing for fun? What? When you're not playing footy, you're still stepping people for fun.
Yep.
So what? Like you wake up in the morning out of bed and you're just like bang, 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 step. Matty, he's got to show us one.
Hey, Josh.
You got to show us a step.
Give us one.
Come on.
Reynolds.
Yeah.
I've got a question.
Wait, one sec. All right. 10 on the defender. Here he is. Critter. Oh! Man, that's some good. Nice, brother. That's good.
Hey, guess what? They get paid house.
Souths get paid halves. Oh, that's it. They just told me Souths are getting paid halves next year.
Hey, move
I
on.
had no idea.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
South?
Yeah.
You want me to run?
Yeah, you
I
can
just push and run. Like footy questions. All right. Matt's actually very good at asking questions. Give him something.
You want
Hit him with
footy
something.
All right.
Oh, he's nervous.
All right, easy. Who won State of Origin this year?
Queensland.
He's being serious. Send him for 10. Send him. I've got some questions about coach. What does coach yell out on the sideline on the weekends all the time? What do you? Whoa. Is that how he yells out? Spread out.
Can I do this? Does your coach do that?
What's that?
Does your coach do that?
Yeah, he does.
Coach's box, man.
Oh,
Is he in the coach's box?
No.
She got a hand up.
Go deep and give it to the forwards.
I like that. I like it.
And you love playing for your coach, right?
Yeah.
He's a great coach. Come on, give it. Hey, come on. Oh.
coaches on the big bucks coaching
Absolutely,
you guys.
yeah, for
big,
sure.
Big bucks. Where's our food?
Last year, Broncos won the grand final. Who got man of the match?
Oh, the Reese Walsh.
You got that one right. There you go.
Can you give us an explanation of why you like the food? What do you got here? What do you got in here? What type of the chicken you use?
Oh, no.
Chicken.
Oh, you took the whole box.
Well, there was no plates left, so I gave him the empty box.
Give mine to my mum.
Good day, I love
That's
that.
nice, that's good
man.
stuff.
That's good sharing. You win the comp and you get $1 million each. What are you going to spend it on?
I'm gonna save it.
I'm not gonna spend it. I'm gonna invest in it.
Oh, they're smart, these kids.
Hey,
They're
man.
smart. 5 PlayStations.
Fine, you can probably
Get
buy
some money
5
left
million.
over, I reckon.
I'm gonna save it.
You're going to save it?
Save the whole thing.
Save it all. Our accountant's nodding. She approves of these very responsible decisions.
Unbelievable. What are you doing?
I'll save it and I'll give some to my mum.
What a great group.
Well said.
A 3D printer and then I'll put a face
sec.
of Ivan
Ask me
Cleary
one
and
sec.
Nathan Cleary and ruin it.
A 3D printer, and then he's going to print Ivan and Nathan Cleary out and then ruin them.
What do you mean by ruin them?
What does ruin mean?
Destroy it. I don't like him.
What did he do to you?
Because he hates the Broncos. He took shit about Walsh.
If you were the Prime Minister, what's one rule you'd bring in? What?
It is.
We're already free.
What do you mean, like
What do you mean? No rules.
Like Grand Theft Auto.
I'd reduce the taxes so that way, instead of just spending it all on the roads and stuff, I'd spend it on proper stuff, like actual stuff.
Like what?
To make, like, to build more better houses to reduce, and actually, you know how the gutters are always filled with leaves?
Yeah.
And get some people to come, scoop it, and then after they get paid for it.
Yep.
And then we can use that money and the taxes to fix the roads and the lights.
I've got his slogan built in. He's going to take politics out of the gutter.
Man, it's
Perfect.
That's a town planner
Yeah,
right there.
absolutely.
Well done,
That's
man.
a great idea.
answer, bro.
I don't say hate, I just say the team I don't like the most. Either Melbourne or South. Can't stand them. If you can figure out why, what are we going to give them?
They robbed the Dragons in 1999.
Yeah, they robbed
nailed
them.
it. Yep, that's it.
Jamie Hates go.
Yep. Who's going to win the grand final this year?
Doggies.
Why Roosters? Why?
Yeah,
12
there
to
we go.
82. 12 to 82.
12 to
That's a great
82.
answer. She said Rabbitohs.
No, the Broncos are not in the 8. Oh, I thought you said Broncos.
You got 4. He's got 4.
Oh, we got to drop. Oh.
So the first one is Warriors, the Wasps,
Yep.
yeah, Penrith,
Yep.
flip them,
Yeah.
Flip them.
yeah, Roosters,
Yeah.
and Doggies.
Okay.
That's doggies.
Good man.
Didn't hear Rabbitohs in there.
I'll give you that money later.
All right, so I have several highlights. Now, one of which being that kid saying, I want to 3D print copies of Ivan and Nathan Cleary so I can destroy them because they hate Reece Walsh.
It's
You got to respect the passion.
mate. It's like wow. That's what we want. Like that's passionate stuff. Quite disturbing, but passionate.
Yep. I also enjoyed it when one of the parents came up to us and said, which one of you was the NRL player? That was big. I needed that. That was a big ego boost.
And obviously, as I do,
You've got to stop doing that. You kept trying to get kids to get me to sign their gear, and I feel terrible.
Mate, it's not even about footy. They are big listeners of the podcast.
that's
and
true.
You're the real deal, mate. So
Thank you. I appreciate
stop being so
that.
humble.
And when we looked up on the honours board and there was a Reynolds, but it's not you, it's your brother.
Oh, it broke me. It broke me. Every time I looked up there, it was, oh, don't you worry. He loves to tell everyone how much better he was than me when we were young. And if I'm being realistic, he probably was. He went all right. He went all right.
In all seriousness, how many of those trophies were actually yours? Like a couple, at least?
No,
Hang on, I know for a fact you
joking.
beat my mate in a grand final
no.
under 15.
I-
I know you did.
They would be a few of ours. We were actually,
Yeah.
we went undefeated for a few years. We had a really good side when we were young, mainly because of Chase Stanley.
Yep.
He was like so much better than everyone else. I was just giving him the ball every single time. But no, we did. We won it. We won a fair few comps. But I say one thing about that competition. It's going to get you ready in a sense of toughen you up because it's you play against some really, really tough opponents. And I honestly reckon like it gets you ready. Like probably not good for the parents. No, because they don't like seeing the roughness. But no, it was definitely set me up and. Very, very proud to represent the Dragons.
Absolutely. And we got I think the last one of the season next week. We started with the Bankstown Bulls and we're finishing about a kilometre away with Bankstown Sports. How good.
Always a big rivalry, those two.
Absolutely.
Can't wait to go in there and drop my bomb joke that I always drop.
They didn't like it.
Why don't they like that?
No, I don't know.
I think it's
They didn't
hilarious.
like it. Yeah, but no, but out at the Crest, next to the Dunkgrave Velodrome, where I once sang.
I cannot believe that story.
I had a beautiful voice before puberty took
What
over.
else were you in?
The Jubilee 2000 sang at the Olympic Stadium as well. So
Just
a man of many talents.
It's just
put
you.
a microphone in
It's
front of me.
just you, man. It is just.
Oh mate, while you were out there playing footy,
you.
I was singing.
Singing in a choir. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it.
And now it's time for this week's Players of the Week. I didn't like the awkward sitting on the couch looking up with the viewers just seeing the back of my head last week. So I'm going to get up and come and stand next to you.
Let me have my moment, mate. Just let me have it. But no, excited. Players of the week. So, actually, I've got a bit of a test for you.
Oh.
If you do listen to me in this segment, I remember I said one or two things last week about a play last week. Mm-hmm. It's the same play. So, if we play it here. So, if we roll it through slowly. So Benny Hunt gives a bit of if we pause here. Mm-hmm. If we can we just take that back, please? And last week, do you remember who I said a half's trying to get to?
Yeah, to the three-man.
So he's trying to get to the rim. But the clip last week, if you see I'm pretty sure it was. Who was our clip last week? Was it the Cronulla back row? Was it Nico Hines' ball? Yep. He wasn't running a really good lead line.
It was them jamming on the Raiders' defense.
Exactly right.
The Raiders' offense, sorry.
So
Ethan Strange throwing the pass over the top.
So I want to show you this one where, and this is what everyone says, why did the winger come in? This is what everyone says.
Yep.
This is the one where you can say, why did he come in? Because right here, right, it's 4v4. He should be able to go to Hayes, man on, right? But as you see here, Jed Stewart, if we play here slowly, this lead line is tight. Timoko takes him easily. Why is he coming in? This is the one where they do get it wrong because it's the exact same play, but because the four-man was able to put pressure on the ball player, it's so different. But if we roll it back up, it's a beautiful play from Hayes Perrin because they know the look they want. They don't exactly get it, but he still backs himself, and it's a beautiful pill. But for once, I'm going to agree with the couch sitters. Yep. Poor Jed Stewart got this one wrong, but a beautiful play. We're seeing a lot of teams do it, especially Matt Duffy's using it at South too. Looking very, very good. But for the next one, I just wanted to just show some no defensive play this week. It's all out attack. Nathan Cleary down a short side. One of my favourite things to watch. So if you play the ball slow here, we've obviously got a retreating fullback. Poor play there from Munster, right? Takes himself straight out. But right now, Nathan sums it up beautifully. Inside, outside the centre there. And it's just a beautiful pill, mate. Like, it's so hard for that winger. He has to come in there. See what I mean? Like, people say, why didn't he stay out? He catches the ball. He scores. Yeah. So, and this is why if we just play it back, I'll show you like deep in the line. And Nathan's peripheral vision will be unbelievable because, by the way, nice little hat trick for Brian To'o. So if you play it here, if we just slowly, right? Nathan knows he's waiting. Bang! Stop there. Nathan knows right now he's coming in. So he knows he's going to be him. And he just knows, he's probably feeling that. He knows that Melbourne system, he's going to come in as well. And he just throws it. And it's just brilliant ball playing down a short side on last tackle, which makes it even more special. That's why he's probably one of the best and going to go down as one of the best ever. But just love that little short side attack there from Nath Cleary. For sure. And now it's time for this week's Controversy Corner presented by Khalil Lawyers. Josh, this week was the tale of two hip drops in the same game for you. You're confused. I don't get it. Okay, so we've seen the charge sheet. Yep. Both get a week. Yep. Right? Mind you, I understand getting the hip drop out trying to get the hip drop out of the game. Sometimes you can't. And Dom Young's one was an instance where he's just trying to stop a try. Like, it's so hard sometimes, Matty. I don't think people understand. You don't mean a hip drop. Well, no one wants to injure anyone, but it's pretty much saying once you're done, like as in you're gone.
Yeah.
You have to like give up. Like, it's not in our nature to do that. It's not in anyone's nature to concede. Okay, Dom Young. See you, mate.
Yeah, 10 minutes.
How
Down to 12.
down to 12,
Yep.
but
3 minutes later.
3 minutes later, Frizzell does the same thing, if not worse.
Yep. Hip drop on report has since been charged. Will get a week, but didn't get sin bin.
Why?
The only thing I can think of is that, like they're already down to 12. But,
Shouldn't
like,
matter.
Remember the South Roosters prelim? South's been down semi-final. I'm sorry. South's been down to 11. 2 high tackles in 2 minutes, and that was the right call then, and this would have been the right call.
I don't
now.
understand the inconsistency. I just don't get it. I do not get it, and you wonder why we, fans, we get rolled up. It's just like, it's not even my team.
No.
But I'm just going like what a...
Well, that's the thing, right?
How?
Like, I've made my peace with the fact that, like, a lot of hip drops, as you said, are not on purpose,
They're
right?
not.
A lot of them are accidental, but they are dangerous tackles which can injure people. Tolo Kola got injured as a result of that tackle.
Exactly.
Completely get all that, and I understand that they're sin bins now, right? And I have no argument with that. But, like, let's be consistent. They're all sin bins.
They're all
If
sin bins.
if it's a hip drop and it's on report, how can it not be a sin bin? I get mitigating circumstances with high tackles, but we've really worked hard to sort of stamp hip drops out of the game.
Yeah.
So I don't know how he doesn't go for 10 there.
I just don't get it. And especially just when he's done one. Like, mate, it's worse. I just don't.
I think it's worse that your team just did one 3 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I think that compounds it, if anything. But
I just sort of look at it and go like,
I don't know, man.
we want to get everything, make it black and white. We made it black and white.
Yeah,
and
which is
now
fine
we
with
go,
me.
Now we go a step back.
Yeah, no, don't go back to
Anyway,
grey. Don't do it.
Oh man. And then I don't want it. I don't think it should be anyway. By the way, but I get it. Like you said, they're trying to get him out of the game, so they got to do something. But then we go a step back.
Yeah,
which isn't really a step back. Anyway, you know what I'm saying. But yeah, that made me angry.
All right. We just talked a little bit about Manly. Let's talk about them a little bit more. They stay alive. Can they sneak into the finals? It's a bit of a tough spot for you, because if they sneak in, it means Canterbury can't. So
it's sort of the thorn in our side that we weren't seeing. Like, we didn't even think it was going to happen, Matty, because all we're thinking about is, unfortunately for you, hoping you guys lose.
Yes.
And the Cowboys.
But
And us winning.
you're a big Titans and Tigers fan this weekend.
Huge, even bigger Tigers than I already was. But Manly have come and blown the Newcastle Knights out of the water. Like, I'm talking big win. And their 4 against is better than ours.
Yep.
So, and they've got to buy Manly before the end of the year.
No, they don't.
They don't?
No. They've got to win both their games.
They got 2 games to go?
Yeah. And you'll never get... Yeah, mate, this is why I'm not that
Who they
excited.
got?
Mate, they'll win. They'll play the Dragons at Brookvale this week, which is fine.
Oh, yes.
But
no, I got it.
the last game of the season, they're in Auckland against a team that's gunning for the minor premiership. So I think...
You think we'll be right?
I think... Well, you're in front of them anyway. You got to worry about yourself, mate. You got to keep winning.
Yeah.
You got to win both your games.
Well, we play Penrith.
It doesn't matter what Manly do if Canterbury win both their games. So that's why it's kind of interesting. Because, like, could Manly win those 2 games? Sure. But you don't want them to.
No, absolutely
But
not.
it doesn't matter from a Canterbury point of view, because Manly fans actually have to look at the Bulldogs as another team that they need to drop a game.
Yeah.
And they'll be hoping that Penrith can take care of the job
Yeah.
this Friday.
I just want to, like, from what I've seen from Manly on the weekend, it just goes to show you how good Tommy Turbo is, but the impact he has on that team. It's not just his actions. Turbo's a guy where you're sitting across from him, right? You're playing in Newcastle. It's old boys' day. You have no right to win. You've been playing some really, really bad footy, but it's just his involvements as well in the game. I don't know if you've seen, Matty, when Newcastle made a half break, he's there. He's like another defender. Not many people can do that. So it's about his try saves, and I just think he gives everyone else confidence. I want to talk about one guy that I just think he's probably my man crush at the moment, Clayton Faulalo. Wow. Like, what can't he do? He is, any position he's played, he's owned it. Like, for the ability for him to come into that team and play in a position he's never played before, it looked like he played there for 10 years.
He's great.
He's unbelievable. And it doesn't surprise me, Matty, that Turbo played in that game and just gave him that confidence to do that.
I think it'll be just too hard for them because I think Canterbury will probably they need Canterbury to lose to Penrith, which is not impossible, but then they also need either Souths to lose to both the Titans and the Roosters, or the Cowboys to lose to both the Tigers and the Raiders, and both those games are in Townsville.
Yeah. Look, it's going to be tough for him, but I just wanted to sort of break down, Turbo and what he does for a team, and like even Falalo, like he had the 3 first kicks in the game, Matty.
Yeah.
He's got Jamal Fogarty next to him, but he kicks the ball. That's just confidence, and you could tell as well, like there's no coincidence that Josh Felady comes on and scores a hat trick off the bench.
Crazy.
But that wouldn't happen, without Turbo being in the shed before, probably saying, mate, make sure you're ready to go. Make sure you're ready to go. And then you've also got, and it's actually a great story in Caleb Navale.
Yeah.
One of the fastest ever ACL returns ever, and good on him, mate. He was one of their best. His punch through the middle was unbelievable.
They've needed that. Their forward pack's been really struggling.
They've been lacking that. And you're not telling me, Matty, in recovery, in rehab, Turbo's there with him saying, mate, come on, helping push him. I just think his effect on that club is quite unbelievable.
They've left the run too late, but it's still a nice that result on the weekend is a nice result for them. So because Canterbury can catch the Cowboys with one slip up from the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Manly need the Cowboys to slip up twice.
Nah, I don't.
Or South to slip up twice. I don't think it's going to happen.
I don't think it happened. It was just more around Turbo's
for sure.
impact on the team and what he can do when he is in that side, because it's just you just never never doubt a champion what he does for everyone else as well. Not even his involvements, but what he does.
And the Warriors, they jumped up to first place. Very funny. That field goal at the end of the game actually was very important because it put them 1 for and against point ahead of Penrith.
Yep.
Which is so they are now first after that shocking Roosters upset loss to the Tigers on Sunday afternoon. They have lost now with Dallin Martinez-Lesniak out as well with that collarbone issue.
Yep.
They have lost so many dudes and it doesn't seem to affect them. South played pretty well in patches on the weekend. South had 9 line breaks. South attack was humming, but the Warriors do not make mistakes. I apart from a couple of I think apart from when DWZ got ankle tapped by Cody, I can't remember them making a mistake in the game. They were close to perfect with ball in hand, and when you can do that, you'll get enough chances to win matches, and they did. They completed their sets, put a bunch of bombs up, got a few tries off that, and their ball playing in the middle of the field with their middle forwards continues to even Jackson Ford went down, and they're still going through the front door with Fisher Harris.
That doesn't just happen though, those bombs, by the way. They're in the picture.
Yeah.
They're
flying through on those chases all the time.
This is okay. I'm gonna stop. Tell me right now, Matty, what team in the NRL could have 3 starting halfbacks go down and still win away from home against a great South side?
Very, very few, I would say.
There's
probably none.
There's none.
No.
And mate, I broke this down the best way I thought I could, but I think I'm onto something. Okay, so the Warriors teams have been known for really good second phase play. They're really some real individual brilliance, but a lot of high risk style of play because they're just so naturally gifted and talented, and they've just always been that team, right? But the best Warriors teams have had great balance.
Yeah.
If you look back at the Warriors grand final team of 2011, right? So you've got Johnson and Maloney in the halves, perfect yin and yang, great halves combination. You've got the individual brilliance of someone like Kristen Inu, who was in the centres, the sparkle of Kevin Locke at the back, and then you've got the back fence Manu Vadavai just causing damage whenever he did. But then you've got the likes of the leadership of Simon Mannering, Michael Luck, Sam, and Jacob Lillyman, that just sort of steadied the ship at times when done all the stuff that not a lot of people see. And I just think right now, this Warriors side is very similar to that. So think of what the players I just mentioned and think about the Warriors team now. Very similar. They've got brilliance everywhere, but you've also got the likes of Capewell, Barnett, Fisher Harris, doing all the little things, setting standards, saying, boys, you're not just going to get in this team on your natural ability.
No.
You need to work hard
They're
for this
not.
jersey.
Yeah, you're right, mate. They're not sort of the razzle dazzle, throw 1,000
No.
offloads teams of yesteryear. And anyone that says that hasn't been watching the Warriors yet. You talk about competing and completing. That's what they're doing every
doing,
week.
man.
They don't make mistakes. They're so well drilled, and they've got a couple of issues in the back line. Now, South really went after their right hand side defensive edge. Chance coming back helps that, but also they lose Dallin, so that they're running out of pieces. I do worry about their depth just because they've lost so many dudes,
Yep.
but they'll get some back as well. And I'd love to see them win. Their fans were fantastic. That place, Homebush, usually quite soulless when there's only 20,000 people there.
Yep.
You know that you played there in front of smaller crowds than that. I'm sure it's not fun when it's you're playing an out of town team, and there's not a lot of noise.
Yep.
But their fans, the side of the stadium their fans were on brought 80 minutes of sound on Saturday, and it was great.
And that's
So,
one thing they're always going to get
Yeah.
support everywhere they go.
Exactly.
But the Warriors just showed me a couple of things this year that they've got a system in place that works.
It does.
And whenever you put that Warriors jersey on, no excuses.
No.
You compete hard and you buy in.
Yep.
And there's no coincidence that this new style breed of Warriors player is when Fisher Harris has arrived.
Mm-hmm.
Fisher Harris is a winner. He's a leader of men, and no BS, matey. You can tell.
Oh yeah.
But also sprinkle in Andrew Webster, who's been in a Penrith system for a very long time. People talk about culture a lot, matey. Players make culture, but a coach has to also give players every chance to create a good culture. I'm not going to mention the player who told me this, but one of the Warriors forwards said to me that I respect this guy a lot too. He said that the young Warriors forwards, the likes of Stowers Smith, the likes of Halasima, they are in a very good place because they're already becoming leaders now in this team. Meaning 10 years down the track, these guys are going to be the actual leaders, but nothing's going to change. We're not just relying on our natural talent anymore, boys. We're not just relying on, the second phase. We're a team that fights hard, but we are also going to throw in that razzle-dazzle when need be, matey. So I just think for everyone else in the NRL, it's very scary of how good they're getting.
I hope they win.
And the standards they're setting at the moment at that club. It's quite amazing to see. Like, they're going that well, matey. Off the back of that, and I get it, like, we're wanting another New Zealand team.
Yeah.
Because of how good the Warriors are going. Don't you reckon that's why? Like,
It's definitely helped. The spark they've got post-COVID when they've had home games again and selling out basically every home game they've had for the 3 or 4 years since then is definitely really helped raise the profile of rugby league in New Zealand. Like, the All Blacks are still the hottest ticket in town, don't get me wrong. But that gap is definitely
it's
shrunk.
closing.
I don't think it can ever be fully shrunk. I think the All Blacks
probably
will always
can't,
be
can it?
New Zealand's team. But the Warriors are making a real fist of becoming sort of like a very firm 1A.
Do you think that can ever change?
But me and Cam talked about this the other week. I don't know if it can ever fully change. The only way it would ever change is if, like, the All Blacks were, like, as bad as the Wallabies have been for, like,
Oh,
two
hey, leave
generations.
the boys alone.
I'm just saying, like, if Australia won the Bledisloe 20 times in a row or whatever it is,
Yeah.
then maybe then. But it would require generations of that.
So it's just funny though, isn't it? Because it's like they're going that well that you think, but it's just like it's ingrained.
They're
in
massive
that
now,
country.
though. They are a big deal. Winning a grand final would really elevate them as well. But yeah, they're a massive deal at the moment, mate. They're
Yeah,
huge.
they sure are.
All right, what are we looking forward to this weekend? This Friday, we're back at Canterbury Leagues Club. Big doubleheader. Manly looking to keep their season alive at 6 o'clock. Canterbury looking to keep their season alive at 8 o'clock. We've got Hectic Fred coming down again, and the great Blocker Roach joining us as well.
I'm going to fire the big March right up. I said one thing, Blocker was one of the greatest ever front rows, but I'll tell you one thing, he can tell a great story as well. So we'd love everyone's support again. We want plenty
last
of fan
time was great.
engagement.
Yep.
This is what we probably want to do a little bit more.
Yep, you're giving away some paddle coaching lessons this time?
Quick one before
Yeah.
we go. On the weekend, I had to do something at Menangle.
Yep.
And Casey Delacqua was there.
Yeah. Tennis player, yes.
She may or may not have offered me out in paddle.
Wow.
Offered me out.
What'd you do?
Run away, as I always do. No, she was getting interviewed by Middo.
Yep.
And Middo was like, she was like, I'm doing paddle. And she's like, Josh does paddle. And sort of said, do you want to go? Let's go. So I'm not putting it out there, but yeah, I'd love to take her on.
I love that.
I'd be real nervous.
What if she got like a footy player teammate and you got a tennis player teammate?
Who am I going? Paddy Rafter.
That's a great man.
I'd like. I think they actually do. Maybe we could get it done.
That'd be good.
Maybe we
Man,
could
I
go.
just finest.
You know what? I don't know if you've seen, but I actually done a thing against Fletch last week.
So you and Pat Rafter against Casey Delacker and Brian Fletcher.
Let's get it on.
Yeah.
You know what? I want anyone. Any one of our listeners want to challenge me? Play for a bit of something.
What a great sport.
It's great.
It's the best.
You carry on like you're really good too.
No, I'm not. I enjoy it. I'm not in any
I'm not.
delusions of my ability. No, because the two blokes I played the most with are both like good tennis players. So it's very humbling playing with them. Eddie and Nige. Nige, Brooksy's mate, who ran the 1,000 miles out.
So,
They're both mad tennis players. Edwin once beat Nick Kyrgios
paddle or tennis?
in tennis. Edwin was 16 and Kyrgios was 11, but
Hey, I'll still take
I
that.
never stopped talking about it.
I'd still, yeah.
But played a lot with them, so that's a bit humbling because they're obviously better than me. But it's a great sport. Anyway, I encourage anyone to try it. You see pickleball and you think it's like for old people. No, paddle's like you're running. It's hard work.
You
great
better be fit.
All
You
right.
better be fit.
Let's get out of here. All right, we'll see everyone hopefully on Friday. If not, we'll see you next week.